Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nekram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. Guyana Suriname are advancing plans to boost digitization. The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, has launched 2 new climate-smart facilities. The Ministry of Housing and Water has met with executives of Demerara Bank to reinforce public-private collaboration and ensure greater access to financing. And the SH Vega luxury expedition cruise ship docked at the Guyana Wharf in Georgetown today for a 12-hour stopover, marking another boost for Ghana's growing tourism industry. Ghana and Suriname are working in advanced digital technology, understanding the key role digitization plays in the development of trade, infrastructure, education, and healthcare. This was highlighted during a panel discussion at the opening of the International Business Conference, IBC 2025, at the Guyana Marriott Hotel. The discussion featured panelists including High Commissioner of the United Kingdom to Guyana, a non-resident ambassador to the Republic of Suriname, Jane Miller, High Commissioner of Canada to Ghana and Ambassador of Canada to Suriname, and Plenipotentiary Representative to Caricom, Sebastian Seguin, Ambassador of Mexico to Ghana, Mauricio Vizcaino Crespo, and High Commissioner of India to Ghana, Dr. Amit Tilang. Dr. Tilang shared that India has utilized innovative methods through digital technology and is willing to offer the same model to its partners in the region, given its expertise.
One of the advantages, if I may say so, that we have is basically to look at technology adaptation and making it accessible. And also, in a way, I would say that when we offer many of these solutions to our partners in the global south, or as you mentioned about the South-South cooperation, basically not to repeat the mistakes that we did as a part of that process of adaptation of any technology.
Dr. Tilang added that with increased talks about digital payment mechanisms, such as Unified Payment Interface UPI and digital infrastructure, many of the services can easily be made available through a digital format.
So digital infrastructure is one area, talking about human capacity building, and in terms of, as I mentioned, about skill development. These are some of the areas where we have expertise. What I feel again is the fact that sometimes we see it as something like a competition, that we are competing with anyone else in terms of offering these services.
As global investors sharpen their focus on the Caribbean, Ghana and Suriname are rising as dual anchors of an emerging Caricom investment corridor, linking the Atlantic with Latin America and the wider global economy. The panel also explored how recent bilateral agreements, cross-border infrastructure projects like the Quarantine River Bridge, and multilateral trade frameworks are positioning the region as a more connected, investor-ready bloc. With an emphasis on reducing market barriers, improving mobility, and fostering private sector growth, the discussion unpacked how diplomacy is enabling development and how strategic partnerships can turn regional potential into global opportunity. Assuria, a leading provider of life, motor, fire, and general insurance, has launched a general insurance portal aimed at modernizing the country's insurance sector. The online platform allows customers to manage policies, request renewals, access certificates, and track claims anytime, the company said, underscoring its focus on innovation, efficiency, and customer convenience amid Guyana's economic growth. Through the portal, users can renew motor, fire liabilities, and bond policies, view coverages on a single dashboard, download digital motor insurance certificates instantly, and initiate and monitor claims faster and more transparently. Additional features, including access receipts and payment records, are expected to be added. Ghana is in the midst of tremendous economic transformation, and service providers must rise to meet the moment, Yugendra Arjun, Managing Director of Assuria Guyana, said. He said Assuria is not just keeping up, but is setting the standard for what modern insurance should look like by giving customers the tools they deserve, while driving for efficiency, transparency, and trust in the industry. The launch marks a key milestone in Assuria's efforts to modernize insurance services, strengthen customer engagement, and support the growth of Guyana's business landscape. As part of the government of Ghana's plan to deliver 40,000 homes within 5 years, the Ministry of Housing and Water, through the Central Housing and Planning Authority, is strengthening partnerships with financial institutions to expand access to home ownership. On Wednesday, senior officials of the ministry met with representatives from major banks, including the New Building Society, Republic Bank Ghana Limited, GBTI, Citizens Bank Ghana Inc., Demerara Bank Limited, and Bank of Baroda, to enhance coordination and identify new opportunities in the housing sector. Discussions led by Minister Colin Cole, Minister within the Ministry Vanessa Ben, Permanent Secretary Bishram Kupin, and CH&PO CEO Dr. Martin Pratap, focused on addressing bottlenecks and streamlining financing and construction processes for homeowners. Mr. Cole reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to improving efficiency, accountability, and collaboration with the Land Registry to accelerate the processing of certificates of title and transports. Dr. Prasad also announced measures to strengthen oversight and quality assurance in home construction to ensure durability and high standards. The meeting concluded on a positive note, with both the ministry and financial institutions pledging continued collaboration to make home ownership more affordable, accessible, and efficient for all Guyanese families. As Agriculture Month 2025 continues, Guyana's agricultural sector has received a major boost. 2 new facilities, a composting unit, and an ant-based production plant have been commissioned at the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, marking a step forward in sustainable and climate-smart farming.
Without agriculture, we cannot have food security. And that is why, as a government, we are working to modernize the sector.
The new composting unit will produce organic fertilizers using red wigglers, a species of worm that breaks down waste into nutrient-rich soil. This eco-friendly approach reduces dependence on imported synthetic fertilizers, while improving crop yield and soil health.
Beyond meeting our institutional needs, this initiative aligns with the international Safe Soil movement, which Guyana joined through a Memorandum of Understanding signed between His Excellency President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali and Sadhguru. Through this effort, NARI contributes directly to the restoration and conservation of soil organic matter, a key factor in climate resilience and sustainable food production. Looking ahead, our long-term goal is to supply vermicompost to all AIEP clusters, NARI's nurseries, and model farms.
Meanwhile, the new ant-based production facility targets one of the biggest challenges facing local farmers: pest control. The semi-automatic system can produce up to 30,000 packs of bait annually, helping farmers manage infestations more efficiently while cutting the cost of imported products. These initiatives are part of the government's broader push to modernize agriculture through research and innovation, strengthening Ghana's long-term goals for food security, sustainability, and economic growth. When we return, new EU ambassador accredited, aircraft landing permits launched, and business directory connects investors.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95, tune up. Fuel it up and drive, super 95, tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. You're watching Night News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. President Dr. Irfan Ali today accepted the letters of credence from Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the European Union, Luca Perotoni, at the Office of the President. During brief discussions, President Ali emphasized the importance of continuing to advance the developmental priorities shared between the EU and Guyana. Ambassador Perotoni succeeds René Vaness and has assumed duties as the EU ambassador to Guyana, Suriname, and Caricom. An experienced diplomat with nearly 25 years of service in the EU, he previously served as head of the political team at the European Commission's representation in Italy. His distinguished career includes postings in Sudan during the Darfur crisis, Thailand, Argentina, and the Caribbean, where he led EU regional cooperation from offices in Georgetown and Bridgetown. A lawyer specializing in human rights and EU law, Ambassador Perotoni studied in his hometown of Naples, Italy. EU delegation in Ghana welcomed Ambassador Perotoni, expressing optimism that his appointment will strengthen partnerships and foster continued collaboration between the European Union and the region. The Who's Who's in Ghana Business Directory has cemented its place as the go-to guide for investors, entrepreneurs, and professionals navigating Ghana's fast-growing economy. The 2026 edition was launched on Monday at the Ghana Marriott Hotel, marking the 7th annual release of the country's premier business reference guide. Publisher Dr. Vishnu Durga said the directory's mission remains to connect credible companies with serious decision-makers. Chief Investment Officer Dr. Peter Ramsrud called it a perfect match for Ghana's development goals, predicting the next 5 years will be the most exciting in modern history. Tourism, Industry, and Commerce Minister Susan Rodriguez hailed the publication as a living instrument of national development. The new edition, featuring the Barajagdo Demerara River Bridge on its cover, profiles over 200 companies and reaches more than 2 million online visitors annually. Aircraft operators requesting permission to land in Ghana can now do so digitally, following the launch of the e-services landing permits by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority on Monday at its Kingston headquarters. The move positioned Ghana as the only Caricom member state offering this service, advancing President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali's broader digitalization agenda. Since its establishment in 2003, landing permit requests were submitted on paper, transitioning to email in 2007. The new digital system modernizes the process, enhancing efficiency and aligning operations with international standards. Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation, Deodat Indar, praised GCAA for its forward-thinking approach and noted that drone operators will soon be able to submit requests online. He also highlighted the importance of landing permits for medical evacuations. GCAA Director General Lieutenant Colonel retired Egbert Field said the initiative reflects the authority's commitment to aviation, safety, efficiency, and accessibility. Operators can access the portal of permits.civiliaviation.gy and must provide 5 documents for approval: valid medical and license for flight crew, certificate of registration, certificate of airworthiness, and aircraft insurance. Over 1,600 files are expected to be digitized under the new system. A touch of luxury arrived in Georgetown today as the SH Vega, a Swan Hellenic expedition cruise ship, docked at the GNSC wharf for a short 12-hour visit. The modern 5-star vessel brought about 75 passengers and crew to the capital, arriving in the late morning and scheduled to depart just before midnight.
We are looking forward for Amazon River navigation, which I've been there on 2 various ships, and it was never boring, shall I say.
So is this your first time here in South America with this ship?
With this ship, and I think at all, yes. I don't think that I've ever been here, but although we've been trading on the other ships around, but again, I cannot recall that, the picture of the port and such.
Tourism, Industry and Commerce Minister Susan Rodriguez was among those welcoming the ship's captain, crew, and guests. Minister Rodriguez, who has been leading efforts to expand Ghana's tourism footprint, says visits like these play a vital role in praising the country's profile as a growing destination for eco and cultural tourism. Passengers aboard the SH Vega are expected to enjoy curated shore excursions, exploring Georgetown's landmarks, museums, and local craft markets. The brief stop also offers opportunities for local businesses, from transport operators to restaurants, to benefit from same-day tourism spending.
We are on the crossing at the moment, from North Pole, from Greenland, from very much remote destinations in Canada, going through Caribbean Basin. Now we are here, and then we'll keep going down to Ushuaia, which is our, let's say, main port.
The call forms part of Swan Hellenic's Bermuda to South America expedition series, showcasing South America's cultural and natural heritage. Local port and tourism authorities coordinated reception services and security protocols to ensure a smooth disembarkation and safe tour experience for guests. The SH Vega is expected to depart Georgetown at midnight, continuing its regional itinerary, but not before giving passengers a glimpse of Ghana's warmth, hospitality, and culture. When we come back, police make an arrest in a Berbice River murder. Bus renews its support for youth football, and Pakistan ends South Africa's winning streak in Test cricket.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Ignite News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. We begin with the latest on the Berbice River murder investigation. Police in Regional Division 6 have arrested a 49-year-old laborer from Develt, Berbice River, in connection with the death of 68-year-old Cledwin Gordon, known as Smokey. Gordon's body was discovered floating in the Berbice River last weekend, a day after he was reported missing. Investigators say the victim was involved in a confrontation with another villager shortly before he disappeared. During their probe, police recovered a cutlass believed to have been used in the altercation and took the suspect into custody. The body was retrieved on Sunday and taken to the Bath Settlement Regional Hospital, where Gordon was pronounced dead. It has since been transferred to Bailey's Funeral Home pending a post-mortem examination. Police investigations are ongoing as they work to determine the full circumstances surrounding Gordon's death. In sports, Busta has renewed its partnership with the Petro Organization for the 6th Annual Republic Bank Under-18 School League, reaffirming its commitment to youth football development in Guyana. The tournament kicks off on October 19th and runs until November 30th, featuring 8 schools from 4 regions, a showcase of the nation's top young football talent. Guyana Beverages Inc., Busta's parent company, has pledged $1.1 million in sponsorship. The package includes cash-branded uniforms and match-day refreshments to support players and coaches. General Manager Samuel Arjun said Busta is proud to invest in sports that build character and community. Petro Co-Director Troy Mendanzo praised the company's consistent support, calling it vital to the league's growth. Defending champions Chase Academic Foundation are favorites to retain the title, with the winner earning a spot in the KFC International Schools Football Championship. Pakistan ended world champion South Africa's 10-match unbeaten run with a thrilling 23-run victory in the first test in Lahore. Chasing 277, the Proteas were bowled out to 183 after resuming on 51 for 2. Early on, Shaheen Afridi struck with the third ball of the day, dropping first innings centurion Tony DeZerzi leg before wicket to swing momentum Pakistan's way. Spinner Noman Ali started with match figures of 10 for 191, removing Tristan Stubbs and bowling Dewald Brevis, who top scored with a fighting 54. Off-spinner Saeed Khan added pressure by dismissing opener Ryan Rickleton after a patient 45. Still ahead, Caricom observes Stats Day. U.S. strikes off Venezuela kills 6, and 8 flows back into Gaza. Welcome back. Caricom is focusing on better data systems and observes Caricom Statistics Day. Regional body has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening national and regional statistical systems, ensuring timely and accurate data for better decision-making. This pledge came as region marks Caribbean Statistics Day 2025 today, October 15th, under the theme Improving Lives Through Statistics, Strengthening and Innovating Together. The observance coincided with the close of the 2024 to 2025 year of statistics, which celebrated 50 years of the Standing Committee of Caribbean Statisticians and highlighted the role of data in sustainable development. Over the past year, Caricom advanced key initiatives, including the Quality Assurance Framework, Code of Good Statistical Practices, and the Statistical Business Process Model, to improve data quality and harmonization across member states. Now halfway through its 12-year regional strategy for development of statistics, Caricom is modernizing the system through digital transformation, ensuring that data continues to power resilience and progress across the Caribbean. In international news, a U.S. military strike on a boat off the coast of Venezuela has killed 6 suspected drug traffickers, President Donald Trump confirmed yesterday. Trump said the operation targeted a designated terrorist organization linked to narcotics networks but offered no evidence or details on the group involved. A video he posted on Truth Social showed a stationary vessel struck by a projectile before exploding. The Pentagon recently told Congress that the U.S. is now engaged in a non-international armed conflict with drug cartels, a move some legal experts say stretches the boundaries of international law. The strike is the latest in a series of controversial military actions as U.S. expands its presence in the southern Caribbean, deploying F-35s in Puerto Rico, 8 warships, and a nuclear-powered submarine. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has accused Washington of using such operations to push for regime change, allegations the Trump administration denies. Finally this evening, 8 trucks rolled into Gaza early today as Israel prepared to reopen the Rafah crossing, easing fears that dispute over the return of hostage bodies could collapse a fragile ceasefire. Israel had threatened to keep Rafah shut, accusing Hamas of delaying the return of Israeli remains. But after more bodies were handed over overnight, officials said preparations were on the way to let Gazans cross and allow 600 trucks of aid to enter. An Israeli security official said the trucks loaded with food, medical supplies, fuel, and equipment to repair key infrastructure were scheduled to enter. Video from the border showed tankers and trailers moving from Egypt into the crossing at dawn. Deliveries also continued through Kerem Shalom and other crossing after Israeli inspection, as part of the ceasefire plan that guarantees daily air flow into the enclave. The United Nations says famine conditions persist, with nearly all Gazans displaced and health services overwhelmed. Despite far-right criticism in Israel, the reopening of Rafah to be managed by the Palestinian Authority marks a lifeline for civilians struggling to rebuild amid widespread destruction. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.